Hello everyone, Sunny here. Despite the less than ideal weather and camera condition today, I'm excited to showcase the incredible sea lion show at the Sydney Taronga Zoo. As I stand here on the small stage amidst the sea of the guests, I can confidently say that this sea lion show is a true one of the most wonderful experience you can have at the zoo. Please sit back, relax and enjoy the show.
Seafood in a sustainable way, which would connect them with a lot of wonderful native marine life. And today, we'd like to share that connection with you by... Now, believe it or not, you and I and Renee all have something in common with Abel. Have a look at your hand. Now, take a look at Abel's front flipper. Underneath that skin is exactly the same bone structure that we have in our hands, allowing seals like Abel to get around on land much quicker and easier than you might expect. Why don't we take a look as Abel goes for a walk. That part of the script, Abel, he's come for a slide. Renee's going to get him to come for a walk and watch as he uses all four flippers to climb to the top. There he goes, bit of a spin. Renee's just been very precise. Now, Abel is a youngster, and particularly during breeding season as well, he's a maturing male. He starts to get a little bit distracted, so she's just calmed him down so he refocuses. Now, that gentle movement from Red on this side. These types of seals are found right here in Sydney, even up and down our beaches. If you drove or if you took a boat out Sydney Heads and turned to the left or right, you could see them up on rock platforms just like this, and even diving off and into the water. What Abel's doing here is porpoising. This is a natural behaviour. It allows seals like Abel to get around in an energy efficient method. They don't have to stop to take the breath. Other animals that use that method include porpoises, dolphins and even penguins. They're all great predators, but they share the oceans with another great predator as well, one which is often misrepresented and misunderstood. Is it? That's a cute shark, isn't it? Well, on a day like today, at some time, you and I will start to perspire or sweat, and that's how we as humans cool down. Seals can't do that. A fur seal, like Abel, is covered in 2 layers of fur, and they can even overheat, which is the flipper above the water, allowing the heat to escape through there. In Abel's case, his flipper is good for one more thing, showing us just how strong they are. And everyone, that's Abel. And Angela, understanding that what Angela's asking for is not unreasonable. What we're sharing with you now is what we do before the zoo opens each morning. This is called husbandry. This is where we get the animal to cooperate in their daily health care. So, if Angela notices an unusual movement in Tani, she'll get her to lift her flipper on cue so she can check her out. We can even present that part of the body to the vet or vet nurse if required. Come back, Tani. So come back to Ant now and lie down nice and still. So you can see a great deal of trust has been built in a rapport between the two of them. What Ant is looking for here is to make sure that Tani's coat and structure is in good shape. As well as giving her a reassuring touch, she's also looking to see if Tani was to flinch. If she does, that could indicate to us an injury or an illness. Also, some of our girls, just like Tani, may be pregnant. So, what we have off exhibit, it's safe to her to follow. But if at any time she's spooked, we always leave the door open and she's trained to simply go back home and she'll get a sizable reward for doing that. As Renee walks her around, I want you to look at her movements. The seals that you're meeting here at Taronga, the fur seals and sea lions, are what are known as eared seals. You can see her ears on the side of her head really quite well, and when she walks, she folds her pelvis forward. Her pelvis is down around where my shins would be. Other types of seals include walruses that are found only in seals, which include leopard seals and elephant seals that would find this task a little more difficult. When they're on land, they bounce around on their bellies, a bit like an inchworm, and they swim using their rear flippers, whereas someone like Nala will swim using her front flippers. Their biggest population is in Kangaroo Island, but they're found from South Australia all the way across to the southern Western Australia tip. As Nala's coming past you, we call this desensitisation. She gets up nice and close to our guests, and by your calm movements, you're actually reassuring Nala that there's no danger posed to her from any of our guests, which is a cool thing too. Now, Cisco was named after the city San Francisco, and there's a big population of them there that live downtown. He's a Californian sea lion. Again, you can see he has a strong relationship with Ange. He came to us many years ago, but he was actually born in a zoo in Europe and transferred to Taronga Zoo. So, being a strong swimmer, a seal can actually swim so quickly they can catch up to something like a fishing boat or a trawler, tearing off a piece of netting just like this. Shaking it around gives an opportunistic hunter, just like a seal, the chance to shake free any fish that have been caught in that net. Cisco's mimicking this at the moment, which is great because he's wetting the front row at the same time. But of course, an action like that's going to frustrate the fisherman, and at the same time put the seal in a great deal of danger. You can see how hard he's trying now, and we've worked hard to secure that piece of netting ourselves. But a seal in the wild who steals a piece of netting automatically turns it into a piece of marine debris. And then getting it caught around their neck like that means that as they get bigger and older, the net won't grow with them, leading to a sad ending. And life for a seal in the wild isn't always easy. Human impact, just like that, is one of their biggest challenges. Now, there's something that you and I can do together which protects them in the wild, and it's simple as making the right choices. When next looking for seafood to purchase, look for the symbol that you see just below Cisco. He's given us a reminder, but the blue and white tick comes from the MSC, Marine Stewardship Council. Choosing seafood marked with that symbol means you protect fish stocks, jobs and the environment, simply by choosing sustainable seafood, keeping someone like Cisco a lot happier for a lot longer. I think he's done a pretty good job. What do you think? Now, you may have noticed a big bump on the top of it. Part of caring for our seals is training them in behaviours. It all takes time and trust. Diego won't do anything he doesn't want to do. Some of those behaviours can be as simple as a mouth open on cue to check his health. This time, have a look at his teeth. They're dark, but that's not a sign of ill health. They don't have the enamel that we do, which keeps our teeth nice and white. Something else that Diego can do can leap out of the water and hit a target that we have hanging above the water. We need the assistance of someone in the audience, someone who doesn't mind getting a little bit wet. Your hand went up super quick. Why don't you come down this way? What's your name? Olive, come down here. Olive, that's a pretty name. Stand right here, Olive. Up nice and close to the glass, face that way. On the count of 3, we want you to yell, "Jump, Diego," and throw your arms in the air. Got the idea? He can't make it from there, so Angela is going to give him a run-up. I'm just going to go somewhere safe. You just wait right there, don't be nervous. Jump, Diego. 1, 2, 3. Well, that was a really... wait, you've got it all together there. It was a really good effort. Was that loud enough for you, Diego? I think he said no. So how about, Olive, we get everyone to help you out. On the count of 3, we want you all to yell, "Jump, Diego," and throw your arms in the air. 1, 2, 3. People. We got you in the end anyway. How about a big round of applause for our volunteer? Thanks for helping us out, Olive. You can head back to your seat. And of course, that's a mighty jump from Diego. Everyone said that's Diego and Ange.
get a taste of the excitement. Enjoy the theory, the small aquarium during the Sea Lion show. Thank you for watching and for being part of the wonderful experience.